Evening, everybody. It's 6 o'clock, and this is your closing comment for Tuesday, the 19th, and it is video number 1239. Okay, so I'm going to try and get through this quickly so that more people get to watch it because the longer they are, it seems the less viewers I have. Okay, so the market was up about 500 today, 499.51, up 1.45%. Nasdaq was up more, 287.50. That was 2.15%. The big winner though was the Dow Jones Transports, up 408 and change, or 2.75%. Um, the Russell was up a little over 42%, and the S&P was up 70.52, or 1.61%. On the other hand, the VIX was only down 0.80, which is kind of surprising. I would have thought it would have been worse. But if I were to characterize today's action, I would say it was an absence of sellers, not a lot of buyers. And the reason I say that is because with 4.4 billion shares traded, that really is not enough volume to be supportive. The volume on the downside on some of these days has been 5.6, 5.8 billion. So 4.4 is way at the low end of recent volume. Advanced declines on the NYSE were 2-1, and over on the NASDAQ it was 5-2, or 2.5-1. After the close, we had the earnings on Netflix, and they were horrendous. It was a miss on revenues, a beat on earnings, but guidance was poor. The stock had closed 348.61, up 10.75, and then after the news traded as low as 256. 348 to 256. The last on it is 258.71, which is down about $79, or 23%. That also took Paramount and Disney to the downside, since they are two of the bigger competing services. Paramount, which was initiated with a sell today, was actually up 31 cents at 36.28. But the last on it is now, after the Netflix earnings, 34.44. So being downgraded or being initiated as a sell was not enough to hurt it, but Netflix was. So 34.44 was down $1.53, or 4.25%. Same situation with Disney. Disney was 131.90, which was up 4.13. Or about 3%. It is currently trading 124.25, so 132 to 124. Pretty ugly, down 352, or 2.5%. IBM came out and beat. It was trading 129.15, up 298, traded as high as 134.88. Last 132.74, up 657, or 5%. And Johnson & Johnson was a miss on revenues and a beat on earnings. It had closed around 183, so 183.27, and that was up 561, or 3.1%. Chart on the screen is the oil, and I am not surprised to see the oil come back in a little today. I know that $5.50 is not necessarily a little. It was over 5%. But in the grand scheme of things, I definitely think that these bottoms are going to hold. We have the bottom here at 92. We have a bottom here just under 93. Both of which turned higher. I would say that we're pretty well supported between 98.5 and 100, and I would seriously consider being a buyer tomorrow. MACD, it looks like it's going to cross back to the upside. It's been getting less nervous and less negative. Lower lows here at the high, which was a lower high, got a little better, made a higher low here. So I have a feeling that this one may be moving higher. The outstanding one, as far as the energy space was nat gas, which traded over $8 yesterday, high of 806 and a half, and traded under $7 today. And this morning, last night's, I told you I thought it could get back into the 6 3/4, 675, maybe down as low as 650. And I still think that's where it's going. And I wouldn't be surprised to see it bounce from there. Um, Gold was especially weak today. I have no idea what this is about. I thought that the gold and silver had finally made a bottom and were turning higher. Um, but again, we traded over 2,000 yesterday and we traded under 1950 today. But like the oil, it has come back to this area of relative support. And I think this area around 1930 or so, 1930 to 1940, it would be probably a decent area to get long. Bitcoin was up 820 after yesterday's reversal. The bonds were down 3/4 of a point, and the dollar was up another 20 cents at par spot 96. So, all right, everyone, I'll be back first thing in the morning. Hope you had a good day.